Welcome to PBS 39 Scholastic Scrimmage. Scholastic Scrimmage is brought to you by the members of PBS 39 and by
Scholastic Scrimmage is sponsored by St. Luke's University Health Network, the region's leading provider of medical education. For more than 100 years, St. Luke's has been dedicated to educating physicians, nurses, and healthcare professionals. To learn more, call St. Luke's InfoLink, toll free at 866 St. Luke's, or visit sluhn.org.
Support for PBS 39's educational programming is provided by the Deluxe Corporation Foundation, proud to support quality programming on PBS 39.
And now your host, Dr. Karen Walton, Provost DeSales University.
Welcome to Scholastic Scrimmage. This is the 6th contest of the 2015-2016 academic year. It's also the 42nd year that PBS 39 has brought you this academic competition. I'm Karen Walton, and I'm delighted to be your host. From now until May, the best and brightest students from 31 schools will compete for the honor of being the Scholastic Scrimmage champions. At the end of the season, the 2 final teams will win scholarships for their schools from the Air Products Foundation. Let's meet the team from Southern Lehigh High School.
I'm Jacob Zimmerman, and I'm a junior.
I'm David Rush, and I'm a senior.
I'm Daniel Chen, I'm a junior.
I'm Victor Ong, and I'm a junior.
Southern Lehigh's coach is Patricia Smiley. And now the team from Lehighton High School.
I'm Cami Nalesnik, and I'm a senior.
I'm Thomas Phelan, and I'm a senior.
I'm Andrea Schaefer, I'm a senior.
I'm Justice Cressley, and I'm also a senior.
Lehighton's coach is Sharon Leitzel. The judges for today's contest are Sally Campbell, retired English teacher, and Dr. Gary DeLeo, professor of physics at Lehigh University. Remember that the questions on Scholastic Scrimmage demand rapid recall of factual information and are not necessarily indicative of academic training. We understand the rules, so let's begin the contest with a toss-up in world history. Pictured on the monitor are steel mills that might remind you of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. However, these are located in the heart of Germany's industrial region. What famous German valley has been known for its heavy industry? It's the Ruhr Valley, R-U-H-R, Ruhr Valley. Toss up in chemistry. What type of bond is formed when there is a complete transferal of electrons? Southern Lehigh?
Ionic bond.
Correct, and your bonus, multiple choice. From the following list, which bond is ionic? Is it 1, carbon-oxygen bond? 2.
3.
It is 3, potassium-bromine bond. Next toss-up is in language arts. Which 2-word term meaning the supposed ability to foretell events or see distant objects is Southern Lehigh?
Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance.
I will continue for Lehighton. Supposed ability to foretell events or see distant objects is the title of a 1999 film starring Bruce Willis and Haley Joel.
Nearsighted?
It is Sixth Sense. You were correct, Jacob. It is clairvoyant, but you didn't hear the part about the movie. Good tries. Next toss-up is in world history. Who was the last ruling monarch in the Tudor dynasty? Lehighton?
Elizabeth I.
Yes. Bonus. Here are 2 questions about England after Elizabeth I. What king followed Elizabeth to the throne? Thomas?
James I.
Yes. Next part. He became the sovereign of England and what other country? Thomas?
Scotland.
Yes. Toss up in mathematics. Look at the monitor and express 0.000 0.0098 in scientific notation? Southern Lehigh.
9.8 times 10 to the negative fourth.
Yes. Bonus. Simplify the fraction on the monitor and express your answer as an integer.
Four.
5. Next toss-up is in British literature. This novel was born from Mary Shelley's vivid dream after she, her husband, and Lord Byron had challenged each other to write Southern Lehigh.
Frankenstein.
Yes. Timely question. In Shelley's novel, the monster makes a request of Frankenstein, which the scientist at first decides to honor. Later, however, he realizes that he cannot comply. What did the monster request of him? To make him a female companion. Next toss-up is in biology, multiple choice. Which of the following structures is found in a eukaryotic cell, but not in a prokaryotic cell?
Nucleus.
Southern Lehigh. The judges will accept that. Nuclear, you had choices, but you did not need the choices. One choice was nuclear envelope, which you did not need. Bonus. For 5 points each, answer the following questions. Which type of cell is generally bigger, prokaryotic or eukaryotic? Dan?
Eukaryotic.
Correct. In a prokaryotic cell, name the region where DNA is concentrated. Nucleoid. Toss-up in world history. Whose work includes the Summa Contra Gentiles and Summa Theologica? St. Thomas Aquinas. Toss-up in world geography. Addis Ababa is the capital of what African nation? Southern Lehigh.
Ethiopia.
Yes, and your bonus. For 5 points each, name two countries that share borders with Ethiopia. There are more than two, but you just have to name two.
Kenya and Somalia.
You are correct. Also Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti are also correct. Toss up in mathematics. If x minus y equals 3 and x squared minus y squared equals 12, what is the value of x?
4.
Is correct. That is the value of x plus y. And your bonus. What is the smallest of 5 consecutive integers if the sum of these integers is 20?
Four.
2. 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 20. Next toss-up is in chemistry. What is the name given to the agreement of an experimentally determined value with an actual or true value? Lee Heighton.
Experimental yield.
I will accept an answer from Southern Lehigh.
Error.
It is accuracy. Next toss-up is in world history. From 1378 to 1417, at least 2 popes simultaneously ruled the Roman Catholic Church in a split that was known as what? The Great Schism. You knew that. Split. Great Schism. Toss up in British literature. Who wrote Martin Chuzzlewit and Hard Times? Charles Dickens. Multiple choice mathematics. Consider the scatter plot or scatter diagram of pairs of variables x, y on the monitor. Which of the following relationships exist between x and y that is illustrated? A, no correlation. B, random correlation. C, Southern Lehigh.
Positive correlation.
That is correct. Strong positive correlation is correct. Your bonus, multiple choice. The variability or dispersion of a set of data is measured by which of the following? A, median. B, mean. C, standard deviation. Or D, mode. Dan?
Standard deviation.
Correct. Toss-up, art. Following the modernist painters, members of this movement translated their feelings into color with rough, almost clumsy. Lee Heighton?
Impressionism.
I'm going to continue for Southern Lehigh. Members of this movement translated their feelings into color with rough, almost clumsy style. Name this type of art in which pure and brilliant colors ruled supreme. Pictured on the monitor is a sample. Southern Lehigh?
Postmodernism.
Fauvism. Those colors, that is Paul Gauguin, those bright, bright colors. Fauvism. Next toss-up is in biology. This word has a number of meanings in science. It can mean hair-like. It refers to a cylindrical space of small bore, and it refers to the tiny, thin-walled blood vessels linking arteries and veins. Southern Lehigh?
What are caterpillars?
Is correct, and your bonus. Continuing with the words in science, we have biology, the study of living systems, meteorology, the study of weather, and so forth. For 5 points each, name the following ologies. First, the study of molds or fungi. That is mycology. Next, the study of reptiles and amphibians.
Herpetology.
Dan, herpetology is correct.
Keep on doing that.
Next toss-up is in world history. Which of the British leaders listed on the monitor did not play a major role in World War II? Beaverbrook, well, Churchill, Montgomery, and so on. Southern Lehigh?
Horatio Nelson.
Horatio Nelson is correct. And your bonus. How's your knowledge of 20th century political and military leaders? During World War II, who were the leaders of the following country or group? First, Spain. Who was the leader of Spain?
Some communistic.
Dan?
Franco.
Yes. Next, fascist Italy. Who was the leader? Dan?
Mussolini.
Correct. Toss up in language arts. Study the sentence on the monitor and correct the grammatical error. If you would have told my grandfather we'd be making a living selling sweet corn to people, he'd have thought you were crazy. Southern Lehigh?
Have should be had. First one.
Will you repeat your answer?
The first have should have been had.
So you would want it to read?
If you had told my grandfather.
If you had told my grandfather, that is correct. And so for your bonus, explain the need for that change.
Because it was the past tense.
It's the same. Nope.
Dan?
It's past tense.
The judges will not accept that.
Yeah.
The use is non-standard. Avoid the use of would have in if clauses, expressing the earlier of the two past actions. Use the past perfect. Next toss-up is in history, and we have a video.
Remaining in full operation until 1932, this waterway is the longest-lasting towpath canal in American history. Name it.
Southern Lehigh?
Erie Canal.
Lehighton?
The Lehigh Canal.
We will accept that answer, or the Lehigh Navigation Canal System is another answer. And your bonus. Section 8 of the Lehigh Navigation Canal System is the only fully operational section of the towpath canal remaining in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. It is located in Easton, in a park named after the inventor of the paper cup and the founder of the Dixie Cup Corporation. What is the name of this park? It is the Hugh Moore Park. It is halftime. The halftime score is Southern Lehigh 145, Lehighton 20. In the first round, we asked the students to tell us something about a role model or a hero they might have. So let's begin with Southern Lehigh. Jacob.
A role model I have is my grandfather.
Thank you.
My role model is Jesus, and my daughter, Izzy.
Thank you. All right.
My role model is my brother.
Victor?
My role model is Henry Clay.
All right. Let's go over to Lehighton. Cammie.
My role models are my parents, my mom and my dad.
Thomas?
My role model is Stephen Colbert.
Andrea?
My role models are my parents.
And Justice.
My role model is Emily Dickinson.
Thank you. Your favorite poem?
I heard a fly buzz when I died.
Excuse me?
I heard a fly buzz when I died.
I love many Dickinson poems. Next toss-up is in music. What do we call a show or play consisting of songs, dances, and a
Musical?
Southern Lehigh?
Musical?
A musical, a revue, or a cabaret. Listen to this song and state the musical in which it is sung.
Let your memory lead you. Open up, enter in. If you find there the meaning of what happiness is.
Dan? No answer. I'm just curious. For no points, does Lehighton know it? It's Cats.
Did we do that?
It is, the title
We did
is
that like 2
Memory.
years ago.
Toss up in world geography. The Bangkok Bank soccer team plays its games in Bangna Stadium, B-A-N-G-N-A Stadium, in what country? Southern Lehigh?
Thailand.
Yes, for 5 points. First, Estadio Toledo is the site of soccer games played in Punta Gorda, in which country east of Guatemala? Dan?
Belize.
Yes. In Puerto Villa, or Villa, Vanuatu, soccer games are played in Corman Stadium. Vanuatu is part of what island chain in the South Pacific?
What island chains are in the South Pacific? The Philippines.
Dan?
Philippines.
Oceania. Next toss-up is in American literature. The following quote comes from the second chapter of the 19th century novel taking place in Puritan New England. Name the author of this work. On the breast of her gown, in fine red cloth, surrounded by an elaborate embroidery and fantastic flourish of gold thread, appeared the letter A. Lee Heighton?
By Hawthorne.
Yes, the Scarlet Letter, the letter A. And your bonus. This Hawthorne romance takes place mostly in a utopian society similar to Brook Farm, where Hawthorne spends several months. It includes characters such as Hollingsworth and Zenobia. Name this 19th century novel.
No answer.
No response?
No.
All right. Blithedale Romance. Toss up in biology, multiple choice. Name the collective, non-specific group of proteins found in blood that contribute to the destruction of microbes. All right, Lee Heighton.
D, antibodies.
I'm going to continue for Southern Lehigh. Are these collectively called A, immunoglobulins, B, complement system, C, interleukins, or D, antibodies? Southern Lehigh?
I'm going to go A, the immunoglobulins.
It is B, complement system. Toss up in mathematics. In the figure on the monitor, A minus B equals what? Southern Lehigh?
0.
Correct. And your bonus. In the figure on the monitor, AC is perpendicular to BC. What is the value of lowercase a in terms of lowercase b? Dan?
B. In terms of lowercase b, right?
Your answer is A equals 90 minus B.
Okay.
Okay, you understand? Okay. Next toss-up is in physics. Which law states that, within the elastic limit, strain is proportional to stress? That's Hooke's law. In Greek mythology, the underworld had 5 rivers. Name the longest one that circled the underworld 9. Southern Lehigh?
The river Styx.
Yes, 9 times. And your bonus. The dead had to cross one of 2 rivers, the Acheron or Styx, to get to the underworld. Who ferried them across and carried them 1 obol coin and charged them 1 obol coin?
Oh,
it is a bonus, so Dan must answer. You can chat about it, though.
It's Charon. Yeah, Charon.
That is correct. Next toss-up is in mathematics. Find the average of the first 10 positive integers. Southern Lehigh?
5.5.
Yes, and your bonus. What is the median of x, x minus 4, and x plus 4?
Can take my time.
Dan?
X.
Yes. Toss-up, chemistry, multiple choice. Which of the following common drinks can be made the sweetest by dissolving the most sugar in it? A, hot tea, B, iced tea, C, lemonade, or D, orange juice? Thomas?
A, hot tea.
Correct. Bonus. For 5 points each, answer the following questions about components of tea. What bitter bacillic alkaloid with the molecular formula C8H10N4O2 serves as a stimulant in tea? Thomas?
Caffeine.
Correct. Sucrose, or table sugar, is commonly used to sweeten the otherwise bitter taste of tea. How many carbon atoms are present in one sucrose molecule? Thomas?
6.
There are 12. It's C12, H22, O11. Toss-up in U.S. history. Name the U.S. president who authored the 14 Points and represented the U.S. at the Paris Peace Conference. Southern Lehigh?
Woodrow Wilson.
Bonus. Name the principal figures representing each of the countries listed on the monitor at the Paris Peace Conference. First, Great Britain.
Winston Churchill.
Incorrect. For Great Britain, it was Lord George. For France, it was Clemenceau. For Italy, it was Orlando. Next toss-up is in mathematics. Consider this question about an inverse trigonometric function. Give the domain and range of the inverse sine function. Southern Lehigh, what is the domain?
-1 and 1.
Inclusive or exclusive?
Inclusive.
And the range?
0 to pi.
That is incorrect. Lehighton? Your domain was correct, your range was incorrect. It's -pi/2 to pi/2, inclusive. Good try. The contest is over. The final score is Southern Lehigh 230, Lehighton 40. Our thanks to Lehighton High School for participating. Congratulations, Southern Lehigh High School. We'll see you in a second round later in the season. Thank you for watching and supporting these excellent students. Please join us next week for another contest in Scholastic Scrimmage.
Scholastic Scrimmage is brought to you by the members of PBS 39 and by
Support for PBS 39's educational programming is provided by the Deluxe Corporation Foundation, proud to support quality programming on PBS 39.